Hello, welcome to this video in which we'll be talking about this club, FC Barcelona. Now everyone knows what wonderful season they had last season, winning the treble with Messi, Suarez and Neymar up front, but can they do the same this season? 3 trophies in 2 seasons in a row is a lot to ask, but with the likes of Messi, Neymar and Suarez up front, you have to start to wonder if they can do it. Now I know it's only June and the season predictions at this time is relatively early, but it seems meant to make sense to have a look. Now the first big signing of the summer for Barcelona was the fact that manager Luis Enrique was going to be staying. There was some speculation that he would be leaving the Camp Nou after just 1 season in charge, but they quashed those rumours when he signed a new contract a couple of weeks ago. Enrique is a hugely important person with the club, and despite criticism that it's easy to manage Barcelona, Tata Martino proved it's not quite as easy as you would imagine. So it's important for Luis Enrique to stay. Now we all know Barcelona have that transfer embargo, so they can't register players until January of next year, but they can sign them, and they have already signed their first player, of Alex Vidal, coming from Sevilla. They are also strongly linked with other players, including Paul Pogba of Juventus and Ike Gundogan of Borussia Dortmund. And finally this week, rather a strange one for Barcelona fans, is Sergio Ramos was linked. The presidential elections come this summer for Barcelona, and one of the candidates suggested that he would bring Sergio Ramos with him. Now Ramos is very much a Madrid man, and it does seem a little strange to bring him to Barcelona, the biggest rivals of Real Madrid. Personally, I don't see that one happening. I think Ramos is using it as a way to get a better contract at Real Madrid, and I believe presidential candidate Jordi Mahol is just using it as a way to get votes and the promise of a big transfer. I mean, we've seen it before with Beckham, and we've seen how it doesn't always work out. Now, whether these signings come to fruition or not, it remains to be seen, but they definitely won't be playing any part in the first half of Barcelona's season, which means the Catalans have been playing the same squad they won the treble with. Club captain Xavi has now left the club after being with them since 1991, which means there will be a large space to fill. Even Rakitic in his debut season last season proved very effective and added a direct kind of play to Barcelona's style, which helped with the likes of Suarez, Messi and Neymar to get chances at goal. But now he's in his second season and Xavi's not there to rely on anymore, so he will need to step up his game further to make sure the void of Xavi isn't felt. Elsewhere, Iniesta continues to impress by playing in a deeper role than we've seen before. He now operates at the same kind of levels as Busquets. Now this new role allows him to operate from further back and means less running for him, which, as he's over 30, is a wise idea, but suggestions that he's in decline does seem a little harsh at this stage. I mean, he won the Champions League Man of the Match award, and by playing deeper it means he can have more effect and push the ball forward to Messi, Suarez and Neymar. Which brings me on to the front three. Now, it's been argued that this front three is the best front three we've ever seen. You had the Barcelona teams before of Henry, Eto'o and Messi, David Villa, Messi and Pedro, but these three all do seem world-class players. Last season they blew apart opponents with their directness, something that we haven't really seen with Barcelona for the last few years. The likes of Suarez gives the players someone to pass the ball to who can hold it up and allow Messi and Neymar to come in from the wings and attack. This has helped to break down the bus, which is usually parked in front of Barcelona by the majority of teams. Now, if we switch our focus to La Liga, it's likely to be Barcelona and Real Madrid again. Atletico Madrid did look strong last season, but didn't really capture the form that made them champions in the 2013-14 season. In my opinion, I think Madrid will strongly be after this league. They've brought in Rafa Benitez, a man who has twice won La Liga already, back in 2002 and 2004 with Valencia. He's got proven experience in this league, and club president Florentino Perez will be hoping he can use that with his new club. But then again, Luis Enrique has also got experience in this league, having already won his first crown last season, as well as many more as a player. Atletico Madrid boss Diego Simeone makes some very interesting comments that he believes it would be hard for any other team to win La Liga other than Real Madrid next season. Or whether he was implying that Madrid had the best team quality remains to be seen, but it seemed more likely he was having a dig at the league system. It is hard to look past Barcelona when predicting a league winner, especially the kind of experience they've got. They've now got players who have won multiple trophies and know how to get it done. But the gap left by Xavi could really be felt in this department. To win a league over 38 games takes a lot out of players, and some of these players are very young and can use the experience of Xavi. For me, I do see them retaining the crown. Messi, Suarez and Neymar do look on fire, and Iniesta is still playing as good as he ever was. The back four continue to look strong, with Piqué playing some of the best football he's ever played, and Jordi Alba and the newly signed Dani Alves continue to operate well on the wings. Now in the Copa del Rey, Barcelona also have a good chance to retain their crown. As usual with this competition, it really depends on who you play and when you play them. Barcelona will fancy their chances against both the Madrid teams, but in an ideal situation, a Madrid derby would come before the final, knocking out one of Barcelona's main opponents for the crown. But let's not forget Athletic Bilbao also made it to the final this season, so they could again challenge for it. Finally, we switch our attention to the Champions League. Now, as I'm sure you're aware, there's no team in the modern era that's retained the Champions League. So could it be Barca that makes history? As of now in June, you would put them alongside the favourites. And then finally we come to this man. I mean, if there's ever been a player that defines game-changing more than Messi, I've yet to see him. He's looking back to his mesmerising best last season, and you can fully expect it to continue into the new season. The introduction of Suarez did have the chance to upset him, but it seems to have worked only in his favour. Switching him out onto that right wing has given him more space to be effective in the games. And we saw against Bilbao in the cup final that he is a fan of cutting in from that right side, beating 4 or 5 defenders and then burying it in the net. He is now around the peak age of a footballer, and you'd expect him to start playing his best football we will see. In conclusion, I predict a very strong season for Barcelona. I expect them to do well in all competitions, but I can see Real Madrid really putting an effort to win this La Liga. Also, to reclaim the Champions League is very, very difficult. But for now, the players are off enjoying their holidays or playing the Copa America, and we're just here to speculate. Let me know in the comments how you think Barcelona do, and be sure to subscribe to get more football related content. Thank you.